So welcome to the 2013 Section B question 2 of the ordinary level and tech graphics exam. So the graphic shows the logo for a phone app, so an application. The app gives restaurants reviews, and the logo is based on semicircles and an ellipse shown. So the curve, okay, before we start drawing, we'll analyse the problem. We'll sketch out what we know, or think about what we know. So the curve ABCD is elliptical, right? And AC is the major axis. So this is our major axis right here. Okay, and then ACE and is 100 millimeters long. OB is half the minor axis. So O to B is half the minor axis. So this is the minor axis here. Draw the given ellipse and complete the logo showing clearly all constructions. So what we would do, okay, normally if we're drawing an ellipse, alright, the most basic ones you have done. So we have our major axis, our minor axis. This is not in this question here. This is what we know already. We would take our compass, draw in our major circle, whatever that radius may be. Okay, and then our minor circle, whatever the radius may be. We would draw in our division line, so we divide up the circles into the pizza slices. So we draw our lines. Okay, so where the division lines hit the major circle, we go parallel to the minor axis towards the middle, and where the division lines hit the minor circle, we'll go parallel to the major axis towards or away from the middle. So that's the minor circle and the major circle. Okay, and then we would freehand sketch our ellipse in then. Okay, now in this question, ellipse won't end up going across our sheet. The major axis won't be horizontal, it's vertical. So we have to remember the axis we're going parallel to. So I'm going to sketch it out here. So we're going to draw a circle. Okay, radius 50. Radius 50 is our major circle, and then the radius of our minor circle is radius 35. So major circle is 50, minor circle radius 35. Now because the ellipse, okay, is kind of standing up, as so to speak, our major axis is vertical. So this is our major axis, and our minor axis is positioned horizontally. Now we're going to divide it up into the pizza slices, so 60, 30. And where our division lines hit the major circle, we're going to go parallel to the minor axis, okay, towards the middle, okay, and then how could I re-describe that? Towards the major, and where division lines hit the minor circle, we go parallel to the major, away from the minor. get half the ellipse here. So 2 points on the minor circle are vertices. Okay, then this is point, so that's point D, that's point B, that's point A. Those two common mistakes students don't make here in this scenario. They'll go the wrong way with the lines. They'll go, as they done here, down and across is what they'll learn in their head. So the blue here, that's wrong. Okay, that's not right there, the blue. If you do that in blue, okay, you'll get the ellipse going around that way. Then the other thing I was going to say, what else did they do wrong, right? Okay, so one thing students that do wrong, okay, is they go, sometimes you see them going like this with their sketches. They think the ellipse has to hit all 4 points on the major circle, right? It's not. It's 2 points on the major circle and 2 points on the minor circle. So that's wrong there. I've often seen students go around and do that. Okay, so we're going to start. So I'm drawing in my axes, so they can go on for as long as you want. Okay, the actual outlines. The minor diameter has a radius of, the major diameter has a radius of 50. So I'm going to mark up 50 here from the center. I'm going to draw in the circle now in one moment. I'm just going to label this now. So this is the major axis. And this is the minor axis. I'm going to take my compass. I'm going to draw in my major circle. So that's the major circle. Now I'm going to draw in my minor circle. So the minor circle is radius 35. I'm going to label the points D, B, A, C. Now I'm going to divide it up into 60-30. Now, where the division lines, as spoken, where the division lines hit the major circle, we're going parallel to the minor axis towards the major axis. So where the division lines hit the major circle, we're going parallel to the minor axis towards the major axis. Going inwards. So where the division lines hit the major circle, we're going parallel to the minor axis towards the major axis. So that's what I've drawn in there. Now, where the division lines hit the minor circle, we're going parallel to the major axis or outwards from the minor axis. So we're going parallel to the major axis away from the minor axis. So where the division lines hit the minor circle, we're going parallel to the major axis, basically outward. So now, here's points on the ellipse. So remember, D is a point, A is a point, B is a point, C C is a point, and there's O. So I'll sketch that in just a moment's time, or in a short while. Okay, I'm now going to do this triangle. Okay, it's 50 wide, so I have to go down 80, and this point is, these two are 50 apart, so that's 25 from the center. So I'm going to go down 80 millimeters from point O, I'm going to mark my line across. I'm going to mark 25 to the left and right. So 25 to the left and right. Okay, and I'm going to join them there. And I'll heavy that in later. I can heavy the bottom line at the moment. Now, I'm going to draw in all this detail here. So this, is 80 from D, and the radius is half of that, which is 40. So I'm going to mark 80 from point D. Careful you don't mark 80 from the major circle. So I'm going to mark 80 from D. I'm going to mark 40 for the center. Now, I'm going to draw, suppose before I do anything, before I draw that semicircle, I'll draw this, not that it matters. So, that distance there in the bottom, there's 3 20s, so 20, 20 and 20 is 60. So 80 minus 60 leaves 20, and 20 divided by 2 leaves 10 each. So there are 10 those gaps. So this is 20 either side of the center. So I'm going to mark 20 either side of the center line down here. Join them together. I'm drawing my semicircle now. Can heavy that in. And we can focus on these here. Now, it doesn't tell us the height of that. The top of it is level with A, point A. The top of it is level with A. Doesn't tell us the radius of this here or where the center is, but it tells us that the distance, the diameter of the semicircle is 20. So the radius must be 10. So you need to drop down 10 and go across 10 either side of the center. Essentially all these segments are all in tens. They're all in tens. So to do the following, light line across there from A. Okay, and we can drop down 10 from A, or the height of point A. We can do a light line across. So the first one is a heavy line. The second one is essentially a center line. The second one, next one is a heavy one. A heavy line as well. Heavy line here. Heavy line. And then this is a center line up here. And then this here is a heavy line as well. So we can take inner compass then. Oh, that's a bit off, that's a pain, so I'll have to fix that. So I marked them in there, fix that one, radius 10, so radius 10, radius 10. Now I'm going to untape my sheet and I'm going to freehand sketch the ellipse in. So I'm going to untape my sheet. Okay, I'll just lightly go over it here. Okay, but it's easiest for you guys to untape your sheet as you do it. Okay, and that's it, and I'll darken it in then. There we go, and then my final two lines to heavy in. There you go, cheers, thank you, bye bye.